All right, thanks for staying with us. Now it's time for us to do business, but let's go to the presidency, where President John Mahama's campaign promise is to construct 200 community senior high schools. We understand is about to see the light of day beginning in some few minutes, and he's about to break the ground for the construction to begin in the Ewutu Senya East District of the Central Region, one of the locations for the 200 schools. My colleague Edward Kwabi joins us on phone now to give us a detail on exactly what is happening. Hello, Eddie. Thanks for joining us.
I'm standing.
Hello, Eddie.
Hello.
Why, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Naneka.
Where exactly are you with the president now, and has the ceremony already started?
Well, I'm currently at Kaswa of Ako, a community that is very close to Kaswa. Well, the reason why we are here is simple. I'm with the president. The president, in his 2012 campaign, did promise the people of Ghana that when he is given the mandate to rule for the next 4 years, the vision of improving the educational sector. Now, this vision has been placed into phases. Now, under one of the phases is 200 senior high schools that he is planning to construct to help improve upon the quality of education delivery in the country. Now, what is happening here is that the president, together with his team that he set up a team comprising Honorable E.T. Mensah and also Honorable Abambabin and one other Honorable in the person of Tertus Avoka, who were all were put in a committee to supervise the construction of 200 senior high schools across the country. What is happening is now that the president is here to launch that program and start building the 200 senior high schools for the country. And there's nowhere else he is going to start the project than in the Ewutu Senya East District, that is in the Central Region. So currently the president has just gone to inspect a 200-acre land, which has been given to government of Ghana by the Ewutu Senya East Municipal Assembly to construct a senior high school for the community. This is just one of them. In the coming ensuing months, he'll be making sure that he will cut the sod for several of these schools, which will be located in 200 communities dotted around.
Hello, Edward Kwabi.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so continue.
Yes, what I'm saying is that in the ensuing months, the president will be showing that he cuts the sod or break the ground for 200 senior high schools to be built across the country. And he's starting that today from the Ewutu Senya East District Assembly, where he's constructing the first senior high school. Now, what is going to happen is that the committee which has been set up by the president, comprising Honorable Abambabin and E.T. Mensah, all putting together or putting the plans in place to ensure that efforts are geared towards achieving this purpose. And that is what they are doing today. They are launching it, and in a few months we'll see the rest of the schools being erected around the country.
All right, thank you so much for that update, Edward Kwabi, my colleague, who is with President Mahama now for the groundbreaking ceremony for the construction to begin in the Ewutu Senya East District of the Central Region. That is one of the locations for the 200 schools campaign promise from President Mahama. Now we continue with business now, and a sustained political will towards a public financial management reform, according to the Accountant General's Department, is needed to improve the fiscal discipline and macroeconomic stability of the country, while an effective change management is not overlooked. The department is emphatic the Ghana Integrated Financial Management Reform can be achieved.
The Acting Controller and Accountant General said the Ghana Integrated Financial Management Reforms Project will help deal with issues of ghost names on the government payroll.
We want to integrate the payroll into the GIFME system. The GIFME system is a good tool for budgetary control. Now, if we integrate the payroll system into the GIFME system, what it means is that technically, if you are a department and your budget for item 1 is exhausted, the system cannot pay you. And we believe that this is going to begin to compel heads of departments to look critically at the people that we pay on their payroll, as they do for other items.
While bringing about transparency, the project will be operating on an e-platform. At a workshop in Accra, officials working on the Ghana Integrated Financial Management Information System project took the press through its core mandates and functions, module, and its implementation work done so far. The 4-year project, which started in 2010, is aimed at reforming public financial management in Ghana. But with less than 1 more year to meet the deadline, what happens to the project?
By June next year, the first phase would have been completed. But we know that there's quite a number of programs we still have to put in place to have a total, very robust financial management system in place. So we started the discussion to develop the project document that we believe donors will buy into for us to go on to the second phase. Minimum of 2 years to enable us to mop up the other programs that we are not able to adequately cover within the first phase. So we're hoping that if it's ending in 2014, we are talking about 2016 thereabout.
Right, so we're still looking at business, and this time around, let's look at some updates from the oil marketing companies.
In spite of the 15 laws passed by Parliament to ensure that health and safety obligations are met in the oil industry, the country has over the years witnessed several disasters caused by neglect of these regulations. The N-gas incident in Kumasi and the fire incident at Tema Shipyard and Dry Dock, which claimed lives and destroyed property, are examples of such disasters. The Association of Oil Marketing Companies organized a workshop to educate the oil and gas marketing companies on the importance of health, safety and loss prevention. The chairman of the Association of Oil Marketing Committee on Health, Safety and Environment, Kofi Nyako, said certain organizations are yet to prioritize health and safety despite its immense benefits.
Now it's not, the OMCs as a committee or as an organization has not the powers, but the regulator as MPA or the regulators, the agencies have mandated to regulate the industry, are doing it, and they are doing very well. In fact, because of the awareness and then the monitoring evaluation that they have been doing, they have been keeping us on our toes. And then the things are moving right. But so there are some reductions, along the line.
The Chief Executive Officer of the Association of Oil Marketing Companies is Kweku Ajimandria.
We have our Legal and Ethics Committee. So when we realize that a member is not behaving properly, refer to our Legal and Ethics Committee for an action. The industrial climate that we have now is quite challenging. Our consumers have become sophisticated. The regulators are also on us. So it just, as a matter of course, that we have to be up and doing and get ourselves up on the regulation so that we can work ourselves very well on the sector.
The Work Health and Safety Organization took participants through the basic health and work safety tips in areas of crude oil refinery, bulk storage, transport and retail of petroleum products.
Right, so let's turn our attentions now to the interbank markets. Preferably, I'm talking about the Ghana cedi, and from the beginning of the week, we saw the Ghana cedi trading quite well on the market against the majors, that is for the buying and selling prices. We had it at 1 Ghana cedi 9987 pesos thereabout, but from Tuesday till now it's depreciated against all 4 major trading currencies. Where are we going wrong? I'm being joined in the studios this afternoon by Yao Edu Kranting, who is a financial analyst with NDK Assets Management. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
What is accounting for our 2 Ghana cedi for buying and 2 Ghana cedi for selling on the interbank market?
Well, I think basically there's been lack of liquidity on the market, as in the demand for people buying dollars on our market has really gone up, and that's really affecting the price of the Ghana cedi in relation to the US dollar. And that has been the same situation with the others. The Ghana cedi has lost about 0.92% of its value just from Tuesday to today, and it lost to the pound sterling by close to 1.5%. So basically it's been a troubling week for the Ghana cedi.
Is it that bad? Moving from 1 Ghana cedi 9987 pesos to 2 Ghana cedis 0010.
Well, actually, the 2.0038 Ghana cedi to a dollar is the rate that the Bank of Ghana is showing. That's the indicator. But then the banks go beyond that. The banks trade around 2.1 or 2.15, and I think basically the demand has always been very high, and that's been the cause for the Ghana cedi's troubling times for a while now.
But has the central bank showed any signs of challenge? That is why, or this is really accounting for that?
Well, the central bank has not really come up with any reason. They haven't assigned any reason to me yet. But then what they normally do is they come to the market to sell dollars, and which I think they have done. It's been a long time since they did that, and because probably they also would like to preserve their reserves so that they will not also have to keep it in check. So basically, it's a two-way thing, and I think going forward, as we're about to enter into the season, the festive season, I think it will be better that the Ghana cedi is cushioned enough so that we will not see what we normally see every year, getting to the end of the year where the Ghana cedi declines steadily.
You raised the issue of liquidity being a challenge. Are we likely to see the cedi depreciate more, or there's something positive ahead looking at a few months?
Well, looking at the current trend on the interbank market, I think if there are no interventions, or if there are no companies, more companies coming to sell dollars on the market, we should see the Ghana cedi going down further. But then what I can say, it will not be as it was last year. Maybe we might close the year by probably 8% decline as compared to last year when we almost hit 20%.
I'm sure some people want to save their foreign currencies for more, but let's turn our attention now to the stock market. Who is doing what?
Well, the stock market is, is still in a bullish situation. We've seen some stocks going up. PZ hitting over 350% year to date. We've seen some appreciations here and there. I think the stock market basically is bullish, and because the participation in the market this year has been fairly good, and that is really causing value to people to make that kind of value on the market so far this year.
And which stocks are gaining, which ones are losing on the market?
Well, as I said,
do we have constant gainers? Changes.
Once in a while we see some profit taking, and that is normal, because when some investors realize that they make some gains on the stock, they prefer to cash in and then look at other investments. So once in a while we see some profit taking, but then one thing I can say, that once there's still going to be pensions money on the market, we should see demand still be on the high side.
Okay, all right, that'll do for now. Thank you so much for joining us in the studios. Yawedu Kranting is a financial analyst with NDK Asset Management, and he tells us more about the Ghana cedi's depreciation against its majors. Well, let's see if there's more hope for the Ghana cedi in the coming months. But that would do for business.